Who you? Lottie? Concert hall seems like they're only open at night. Oh, some points for Fire Emblem Echo. Entered the chat. The reason why I didn't trigger this conversation? Didn't I see you in the other district? You following me? I'm going to lose so much weight like this. Then I'll finally get myself a boyfriend. Well, I say that, but someone's already caught my eye. Wait, no. Lottie's just a friend. Selma. Or, Lottie's just a friend, Selma. A friend. I mean, it'd be great if we were closer, but I don't want to cause problems. Well, it seems like you weigh just fine, but you need to work on that jog. That jog is rough times. Put some more step in the game. You know, what is, why do people wear, like, neck accessories? What is, like, look at Van. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this in a cutscene, but I couldn't do it. I probably talked about this in the first game. How does Van zip up his shirt, but keep both zippers on the shirt? Because you can't take off the shirt by the center. Well, you have to put it over, or I guess you can put your feet through it too, I suppose. But yeah.
Alrighty.
I don't know. The double zipper thing, I ain't rocking with it. The next thing is to complement your outfit. Does it complement her outfit? I feel like it's clashing with her outfit. But what do I know? I am not a fashionista. Slide both zippers down and it opens. No. I don't think so. One zipper will always get in the way. Unless the coat is different lengths, but it's not. That would also be kind of taggy.
Well, if it isn't Van and... Oh, Elaine too.
Sup? Been a while.
Nice to see you again, Bermati.
Been a while.
And it's always a pleasure to see you. It's been some time since I've seen you both together like this. Wait, could it be that you're dating? And you didn't think to tell me? Oh, shame on you both.
I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but it's not like that.
You're letting your imagination get the best of you. Again. Anyway, you got a sec? We have a couple of questions for you.
I assume it's related to that incident? Very well. Pull up a chair.
Man, Calvard must not have a whole lot going on if you can refer to the incident as the incident at any time of the day.
There's something that's been bothering me about the whole affair as well. A copy of that video came to my place, courtesy of Kincaid. What happened was terrible, no doubt. And who would have thought the rumored serial killer would turn out to be a vicious monster?
I'm sure you're well aware the Guild and the CID have you pegged as the culprit. Why they think so is beyond me. Also, hey, Mr. JRPG, I saw your message, I read it to myself, and then forgot to read it out loud. That happens to me sometimes. Perhaps it has something to do with the incident in Tharbad, or the strange happenings in the capital 2 months ago. Yeah, it's complicated, and there are other parties involved besides me, so honestly, I'm not sure how much I'm at liberty to say. Sorry, I know our usual bit involves more give and take, but we could really use some info. Mind doing me a solid here? Oh, very well. I would say, what's a secret between us city types, but I suppose even we have one or two we'd rather keep under our hats. But remember, if you ever need someone to confide in, my door is always open. Thank you, Bermati. You're a real one, man. Now then, here's all I know about the incident 3 days ago. It happened right here in Riverside, so naturally I looked into the matter. I learned it transpired at the same time as when the power went out here. Wait, you got a power outage? Hold on. My mouse is gone. Indeed, I did. All the Orbital-related facilities in the store were affected. The lights, fridge, jukebox, everything stopped all at once. As you can well imagine, it caused quite the stir, even apart from the incident. That's strange. Shouldn't those devices be operating independently? Yeah, it should be possible for them to all shut... It should be impossible for them to all shut down simultaneously. That probably should be shouldn't. But we'll see what the next line said. That is, unless there was some kind of outside interference, like with what happened in Liberl that one time over half a decade ago. Wow, has it really been 5 years? The outage was over just as soon as it started, so it wasn't widely reported. But I still did some digging, and I found out every place in the surrounding area had similar outages. Yet to determine the cause, but regardless, I find the whole affair rather suspect. Can't say I blame you. Well, if we find out anything about this, you'll be the first to know.
Thanks for the help, Bermati. I owe you one.
No, perish the thought. What else are friends for? I owe Elaine very much, so I'll support her however I can.
Why, thank you.
What you selling?
The world and this menu is your oyster.
A cocktail with a unique flavor that embodies Bermati's playful spirit. The Wonderful Kiss. A filling and well-seasoned salad, perfect for a snack. Has anyone ever eaten a salad and has said, you know what? That was filling.
See you later.
I just don't know. Alright. Kokona. Cronin. That is an evil name. You are evil, sir. And have the name Cronin. Not be evil. I like this technology where, like, you could just, like, see through things. Very, very cool. Right? You get a pass, Bermati. You do have too many paintings. But they're all different. So, win! Go back to your desk. It was the game making slanderous remarks. I feel like these people used to say things. I'm not saying anything. It could be crazy though. What you reading? This just reminded me of, like, have you ever just sat down, maybe looked at your phone or something like that. You're just chilling. Somebody walks up to you and be like, what you doing? You don't even know them. They're just all up in your business. Oh, man. Downy in Hyades? Oh, I haven't gotten ran over by a car yet. Oh, I've got 100 plus hours to work on that.
Can I help you? Come again.
Gotta go down here. I think this guy said something. I just couldn't hear it. Maybe that's part of the environmental? What would environmental audio mean? Oh, leave that alone. Makino Shannon. Man, fishing really is the best. Wonder what I'll catch today. Make sure you don't fall in the river again, alright? Oh, this is a first. You normally don't find old geezers fishing out here. Oh, you got the bug too. Or maybe you're an experienced angler, aren't you? Me? Me, personally, I'm just a beginner. Only got my start thanks to Makino. Well, he certainly knows his way around a fishing rod. I remember you used to invite me and Renee on your trips to the lake when we were kids. Oh yeah, guess we did do that, huh? I'll do it whenever the itch hits. Haven't really had much of a chance lately. That's no good. Fishing is one of the highlights of life. Actually, my grandfather runs a bait and tackle shop here in Edith. Here, take this. He ordered an overstock of supplies recently. And so I'm just going to, first of all, I have this with me. Second of all, I'm just going to give it to you. Because you know what happens when you order overstock? You have to give it away. Well, I appreciate the freebies. I probably won't use it anytime soon. That's alright. Just keep it for whenever the urge hits you. By the way, we put up pictures of all our catches on our socials. We go by the name Piscatorial Party. Social media, huh? Oh no. Guess I have heard lots of people use it as a place to show off their hobbies. Fishing groups seem to be quite popular on social media lately, particularly those from the Empire and Liberl. I think the Republic still views fishing as something best left to the professionals, however. And it can be a bit of a bummer sometimes. But that's what makes finding new fishing buddies such a treat. You'll join us, won't you? Well, I guess I don't mind. I'll go ahead and keep the gear then. Maybe I should try my hand at it again. I can fish. Only cast in water. How many other liquids are we going to come across that are fishable? I thought they were going to let me fish here, but they're like noise, and I don't know if it's the music. Fishing is normally what's the map icon? Fishing normally has like an icon. I think I can avoid spending too much time trying to figure out how to fish there. Ira? Uh-oh. Little demons. Rooney. You look like a Rooney. This girl again. Oh, wait, no. She's wearing something else. She's trying to blend in, but it doesn't work on me. Goodness. Probably turn that off. Probably eaten all my graphics card. Actually at 89% right now. Where is that? And calm down with the water as well. I'm to pass to the black light district up ahead, but we don't have any business there right now. I'll decide when I have business, when and where. Okay. Add to the neck accessory thing. It makes you look healthy, wealthy and healthy. Because those kind of people can look after their appearances and invest time in it. I see. I don't see, but I see. Aha! Found one. Like, I gotta find something. You think this was in the first game too? I didn't look this hard in the first game. Even if I was a QA tester for this game and I found that and reported it, probably wouldn't have been fixed. That is so inconsequential and like literally doesn't matter. Nobody else would find that.
That looks like the place.
There's Deswani and Elvis. Let's hit him up with some cues.
Deswani.
I see you're hard at work as always, Elvis.
Elvis is a sucker.
Same goes for you, Inspector.
Elaine, aren't you off duty today? Wait, what's he doing here?
Did you have some business with us, Spriggan?
Nah, I'm just here to gawk while the A-rank bracer lady does her stuff.
So, Elaine, why are you with him on your day off?
Also, I didn't realize bracers get days off. I mean, it makes sense. It is a profession, but you know, the whole they're out there saving the world and cats and trees and stuff like that. I figured you'd get time off. I don't know. Has a Trails game ever presented the idea of getting a day off? You know, like you just have a scheduled day off or something?
Well, I have something I need to check up on, and I asked him to accompany me. Don't worry, I won't let him do anything that goes against our code.
No, that's, not exactly what I mean.
Ooh, I feel for you, man.
All days are off in Trails games.
Don't pity me.
Well played. I had done a sweep of the area as part of the guild's investigation of the incident, but I'd like to take another look. Would that be a problem? Guess news of that Hercules incident has started making the rounds. Alvis is a bracer, and Elaine is a bracer. What do you mean it's making its rounds? It's literally to the exact same organization that they both work to in the exact same office. Fine, I'm not going to turn down a request from an A-rank bracer. Bear in mind, though, that the site has mostly been cleaned up already. I'd be interested to hear what you make of this case, Arkride. Sure thing, Inspector. Follow me, you two. There's still so much blood left over, and it's already been 3 days. Not like they could have covered it all up. I imagine it must have been a terrible scene. There were 3 victims. To say their bodies were in bad shape could be the understatement of the year. They were crushed by some extraordinary power, and then torn limb from limb. At least, that's the impression I get. Seen a lot of murder scenes, but this might be the worst one yet. There's no way a human could have done all this. I won't believe it. Gotcha. So, you identified the victims. We barely had anything to identify. All we could glean from what little was left was that they were part of some organized crime groups. There was no proof that a transaction transpired beforehand. Well, there goes the deal went up in smoke theory. This is a tough one. No wonder the investigation stalled. Didn't the investigation just start? What did he just... Honestly, I'm not convinced there were only 3 victims here. Wait, what? Oh, look, there's a stain over there. It's like something brushed up against this spot. But how did it get here? Kind of hard to see, but there's some blood mixed into it. There's also a faint trail along the tracks over there. It might have been from another victim fleeing the scene. Maybe he hightailed it out of here while his friends were being slaughtered. Wait, do you seriously think there's another victim? But they were all killed, weren't they? Why are you so confident that you're right? Trade secret. Anyway, the part about him taking flight's just a theory, but I'm positive that's blood over there. I'll trust your instincts then. I'll call for forensics and have them come by immediately. If there was a survivor, he'll be an important witness. How did you not catch that? The forensics team is not doing so well. I feel like I might have just derailed their investigation a bit. More than just a bit, I'd say. I can't say I expected the possibility of a survivor. I'm assuming that trade secret of yours was the tech you received from Rosette. Bingo. Forgot I told you about that. For the start of the new year, she asked me to give it a test run, so I use it every once in a while. Works pretty well. Doubt it'll be long before it becomes standard issue. Well, I suppose it came in handy this time at least. Thanks to that, we found a very important clue. Maybe it'll come in handy throughout the rest of our investigation. I think I learned all we could from Riverside. Next place on the agenda is the Grand Circuit. We can depart whenever you're ready. Travel. What was the controls to do the pulsing thing?
Let's do this thing.
Oh, that's why they said you can only fish in water. So there really were survivors. Dang. Well, we'd better find them soon before it's too late. Reach out to Hazel and everyone else at the Bracer Guild. Please do. Thank you, Elvis. For you, Spriggan. We appreciate the help, but don't go getting all uppity about it. Don't think for a second that my opinion of you has changed. Yeah, I hear you. Okay. Dante, if you're still around, is it next month? Your big meeting is soon, TM, isn't it?
Let's roll, gang.
End of this month, okay. Well, you get to surprise yourself with a nice end of the month big work meeting, and then go straight into the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal announcement, release date thing potentially. What a nice little present for yourself. So this is the Grand Circuit. I'm sure you're no stranger to this place, what with your passion for all things car related. I drop by to catch a race every now and then. Yeah, I also come here during my rounds since people post 4 SPGs here. Did you hear there's going to be a Grand Prix exhibition race today? Yes, I read about it in the Tyrell Times. They said Maxim Lugan will be taking part. Then it ought to be a darn good show. You know, it's hard to imagine a bunch of murders taking place among all this peaceful hustle and bustle. Yet, that's exactly what happened, and only 2 weeks ago at that. The actual scene of the crime is in the back alley a little ways from here. A full 2 weeks have passed between then and now, so I doubt we'll find as many clues as we did in Riverside. Never know till you try. In any event, tick. Let's head to the street on our left. It's over in that general area. I believe this is a new area. I don't remember this area in the first game. I like it when we get new areas. We get to do new area things.
Come on in and eat your fill.
Brittany? You kind of look like a Brittany. Ramon? You kind of look like a Mr. Ramon.
My stuff can't be beat.
Fresh, delectably crunchy salad. And mixed nuts.
I'll be waiting for you.
Got there some kebabs, some pancakes. Gunner. Feel like I know you. Don't ask how, but the sound of Z1 cars roaring around the track makes a good beer that much tastier. A symphony of cars vying to outpace the pack. You couldn't ask for a better background music. Gunner. Y'all seen the Expendables? Gunner. Ooh, is that a rock climbing wall? Hold on, let me... Oh, wait. Is this... I talked to somebody? Oh, I gotta go there. Rock climbing wall?
Welcome to the official Z1 shop.
Grand Circuit. Pauline. history of Zenith. You're saying to Mister that you're debating between grabbing Xenoblade Chronicles X with the current Switch or wait until the Switch 2 and grab it on there. I think there's only benefits to you waiting until the Switch 2 gets announced, because if you're gonna get a Switch 2 anyways, then you might as well wait to see if it's gonna be a game on the Switch 2. That being said, sometimes Switch games have this tendency to go out of stock like unbelievably quickly. So I don't know what to make of that. I could be giving you bad advice. Lucio.
You're free to look around. Come back whenever.
Or never. Zenith 1 chocolate. Grand Circuit Rust. Grand Win. What does that say? Premium wine. Grand beer? Yep. Waisin? And alt? What is Waisin? Miniature model. Checker flag cookies. Oh my gosh. Oh. Tire. Kuchin? Kutchin? Guy standing there like he about to steal something.
Ferris wheels. Classic date spot. This one's pretty popular since you can see the whole racetrack from the top.
I suppose that makes sense. It's not really pertinent to our investigation, though.
Sounds perfect. Welcome to the Grand Circuit's feature attraction, the Ferris wheel. Its main draw is the overhead view you get off the entire racetrack. Let me know if you're interested and I'll set you up with the gondola. Gotta admit, I'm tempted. Oh, and who would you invite along for the ride, pray tell? Nobody. You can wait outside. Sabine. Stephanie. Belmont. You kind of look like a Belmont. You're lacking, you know, some chains. Maybe like a cross. Maybe like a flask. But, you know, I think you could pass the bill. This guy definitely ate something that he shouldn't have. Are you looking to purchase a ticket? That actually won't be necessary, since all of today's races are exhibition matches. The speedway is open to the public right now. So feel free to head in at your leisure. The Z1 Grand Prix awaits.
Let's see what we got.
Unsweetened canned coffee. Life Aid. Or Liffy-Aid. Guarana milk. You have thought to be available digitally? It's been a while since you owned the console. Oh, I didn't think of that. But you're right. Admission is free today, so we've had a lot more people coming in and out of the premises. That's why we've got more security than usual, too. Cool.
This way.
I've seen you before. Giordano. I feel like I've seen you before. I think Adios, we made it in time. I'd lost all hope when we hit that traffic jam. The shortcut you took was wild. Where'd you learn to drive like that anyhow? You can cool it with a kudos, brother. All I did was take the optimal route at the optimal speed to get you daddy-o's where you need to go. Outside that itty-bitty philosophy, I'm just your average cabbie, baby. Must have been fate that brought you into my seats. You ever need a ride, Giordano's got you covered, brother. Wow, he's one cool cat. Ah, this is the taxi cab guy. I remember him.
That climbing wall looks like fun. I do wish it were a little taller, though.
I think it's tall enough as is. Not everyone's as fit as you are, you know.
Oh, they actually modeled the rock climbing thingies on it. I was fully expecting that to be a texture, and was totally gonna be like, how are we supposed to climb it when there's nothing to climb? Instead, you just, you know, all I can say is, that one right there is floating. It's not as awesome as I wanted it to. What in the world is this? Couldn't say, but it's bizarre. Why is it here in the middle of the city? You don't suppose it's an explosive device? I'm not getting a whiff of anything dangerous. Looks like it's fitted with some sort of orbital locking mechanism. If that's all the protection it's got, I might be able to get it open. Oh? By what means? Marduk gave me a little trick for this kind of thing. Might as well give it a shot. Chests with orbital locks. Certain treasure boxes are equipped with orbital locks that can be opened via hacking. While hacking, you'll switch to a mode where you control Mare through an orbital maze. The difficulty of the maze changes depending on its security level. As the story progresses, items that you missed may be placed in the bargain bin of specific vendors. Huh. The rock climbing walls drain most of the resources for this map? Probably not, but maybe. Quickly navigate through the maze by moving. You come into range of a defense unit, you will be returned to the starting point. Input the code before the yellow meter runs out. Oh no, I'm terrible at these. If you make an area, you have to start with code from the beginning. Alright, is it going to be X that way, X that way? Prepare myself.
This is kid stuff.
Not.
I bypassed the security. I've got control of the system.
Arts driver. See, so it's a hacking system that uses a holo as an avatar. Or perhaps I should call it a feature specific to your holo in particular. Yeah, it renders the protection as a virtual space, then disables it through a specialized procedure. Never tried it before though. Glad I didn't embarrass myself. Your tricks of the trade never fail to surprise me. Just try not to use them for anything illicit. On a separate note, what do you suppose this was doing here in the first place? Good question. Almost feels like they wanted somebody to crack it. Doesn't seem dangerous though, so we can take on any others we find down the road too. Not a speck of prudence in you, is there? What level am I? Level 10. Okay. Yeah, I guess that works. Orbment.
Shifting to maintenance mode.
Oh, right. I think you can't change out drivers. Oh, change driver. Literally says it right. That quick means. Oh, does anybody know if Ghost VTS spent the 180 pounds or whatever it is on the Giga version? Oh man. Tactics. Yeah, it is. Energy points. Anything new here? Dexterity increases the likelihood of hitting enemies with attack and crafts. Agility increases the likelihood of evading attacks. Accuracy represents the chance to hit with attacks and crafts without fail. How is that different from dexterity? I feel like his portrait is different. Hers is definitely different. She didn't look like this in the first game. Man has a lot of HP. The crime scene's just past here, yeah? Dang, must be blocked off for construction or something. Actually, the CID put this here to stave off any curious onlookers. Public was informed that there was a shootout between rival gangs. They found a few unidentified dissidents here, like in Riverside. Normally, I'd vote to bust this wall down and let ourselves in, but there are too many people around here. Besides, I doubt there'll be many leftover clues to sniff out, like you said earlier. Oh, look at those two suspicious people over there. I need to go talk to them. But we might learn something over at the Grand Prix. A lot of people come and go this way because of it. If we're lucky, we might find someone there who remembers what happened that night. Because we have nothing to lose at this point. Yume and Paulette are there now, yes? Why don't we check up on them? Sure, sounds good to me. Notebook.
Exhibition races are still open to the public, yes?
Yeah, but I think they're almost over.
Dang, what was I just about to do? Notebook. I saw that they had Genesis on here. still have the Law Gray Chaos thing. Which means that if we're going to take the first game as any indication, they're going to lock something with potentially something very, very cool behind this alignment system. Which means that I should do every single side quest I could possibly do and choose every single chaotic option I could possibly choose. So that I can do that. There's a QR code on the company information. Anybody interested? Braids are pretty cool. Don't see people adopting anime braids here. Yeah, I guess it does look nice. It's I'll agree with you that it has like a uniqueness to it. In practicality, I do wonder how it's supposed to work. And it's probably very annoying to have hair that in that style, but it does look nice.
And that's a wrap! The winner of this exhibition race is Maxim Lugan. He has claimed victory in the prelude to this season's C1 Grand Prix Finals.
Want to pay attention to the road dog? Well, that was rather exciting. I know they broadcast these on the radio and on the city screens, but it's so much more engaging in person. Literally just saw a bunch of cars drive by. And I mean, and you just got here, and that was exciting. Yeah, you said it. The champ's been on a roll lately. He's just getting better and better all the time. But he still can't afford to rest on his laurels, or he'll be left in the dust by this year's new rising star. The 1209 Grand Prix is going to be an event to remember. I can feel it. Well, color me intrigued. Perhaps I'll keep an eye on the finals then. Alright, once things settle down a little, we can start casing the place. Some people go through a lot of impracticalities to look pretty in the name of fashion. Oh yes, I had I don't want to call it a rant, but, you know, I said some things about makeup at the end of Luminous Arc 2. Yoki? Gunho. Boris? Jake? Rodney? Lin May? Leslie? Oh yeah, homeboy Slice right there. Carlos? Hiya, Dez. How did you get here before me? Downey, Bram, Unifer. Oh yeah, Yume. It was Yume and Jin. Those were the two NPCs that I would talk to. Gotta flash your colors to find a mate. Sokka.
Congratulations on getting first place again. You always make it look so effortless. Tell me, How do you manage to get win after win?
Ah, well, the years of training helps with that, but my secret sauce is the undying love and support I get from my fans. I dedicate this victory to those wonderful angels in the stands.
Maxim, over here! You've shot your way into my heart, Red Comet!
If only those girls knew what that dork is like when he isn't behind the wheel.
I'm sure Marielle, at least, is well aware.
Hi, Van. I didn't know you were here. Oh, and Elaine's here too. Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
Good afternoon, you two.
Hello there. I don't often see the two of you together. Could it be?
Oh, we're just teaming up for a small job. That's all.
Literally teamed up for jobs all in the first game. That you've seen us at least. Alright. Alright.
I was only able to catch the tail end of the race, but it was quite exhilarating, wasn't it?
Maxim was super cool. He went like zoom, zoom, and beat all those other guys.
I'll give the man this. When it comes to driving a car, he's in a class all his own.
Except last time that he was in a race with us, he got bodied.
And that said, he's got some competition for once. There's an up-and-coming racer who might actually give him a run for his Mira.
It will certainly be interesting to see who comes out on top in the finals. If he's too focused on the stands rather than the track in front of him, like today, victory might slip between his fingers.
Oh, looks like you know a thing or two about racing.
Wow, you're pretty hard on the guy.
I can't wait for the finals. I'm gonna cheer him on extra hard.
I'm sure that will give him the push he needs.
On behalf of the sponsors, the trophy will be presented by a very special guest, the Princess of Alzheim, Zita Oswald.
Congratulations, Mr. Lugan. That race was a sight to behold. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how you'll fare in the finals.
Well, I suppose I'll have to work twice as hard then. I wouldn't dare disappoint such a lovely young princess.
She's a princess? Wow!
I didn't realize Prince Sharid had a sister.
I hear the Principality is investing heavily into this year's race. I forgot you had a sister. Isn't she a fair bit younger than you?
That's right, although her age belies her intellect. She has a quick wit and a sharp mind, neither of which I can hope to rival. I may be the heir to the throne, but that doesn't stop her from meddling in her hapless brother's affairs.
I think she's about 17 or 18 maybe, but I hear she's wise beyond her years.
It's an honor to greet the champion of the race in person. I truly feel like the luckiest girl in all the world.
He's 17 or 18? Guess that means she's gonna die any second now.
The dead heat at the end was quite nerve-wracking. I was on the edge of my seat. It reminded me of that famous scene from Perfect Driver 2.
Ah, so you saw that movie. Words cannot express how happy I am to hear that. Oh, this is my chance to look cool in front of Yume and Paulette. The moment the studio offered me the part of Max, I felt as though the wheel of fate was at work. The character and I shared a number of commonalities, even beyond our similar-sounding names.
Ah, that's quite interesting. I'd very much like to hear more. They say you did all of your own stunts during your racing scenes. Is that true? Oh, and would you consider asking the producers to make Alzheim the filming location for the third movie? I'd very much appreciate that.
What's with this girl? Her passion is overwhelming.
Oh, hey, could I get another interview? Maybe this time with both of you.
It looks like that'll drag on for a while. I think we'll go ahead and take our leave.
Not a bad idea. You've got a dinner rush to prepare for.
Hey, Mommy! Can we ride the Ferris wheel?
Of course, sweetie, but only once, okay? I'll see you both later.
All right. Goodbye for now.
Well, it'll be a pain. But we should probably stick around for a while longer.
Yes, we have work to do. Why don't we ask Marielle if she knows anything about this?
Huh? Hey, where'd Paulette go?
Wait, isn't that...
Oh, right. I heard about them from my brother.
Never takes off her apron. You never know when you got to get into serving mode. After the award ceremony drew to a close, Van and Elaine met up with Marielle. They decided to have a little chat with her in the beer garden outside.
I never thought I'd run into you two here. Did you come to watch the race together?
We're here on business, actually. Van and I have a few questions for you.
I feel like anytime Elaine and Van are together, they're there on business. And I feel like everybody knows that, but, you know, teasing, other stuff.
But first, let's catch up.
Why are you covering a Grand Prix race? I thought politics was more your speed. Entertainment column needed extra hands or something?
Actually, it was my call. I wanted to branch out and try something new.
So take jobs from all the other reporters at your news agency when you already have something that you can do.
I need to expand my horizons if I ever want to catch up to him. Maybe someday, I can push the bar even higher. That's why I'm charging forward into unknown waters, full speed ahead!
You're just a bundle of energy, aren't you? Well, if you know what you want to do, I ain't gonna discourage you. Give it your all out there, all right? Make him proud.
I'll be rooting for you as well. We both have a lot to live up to, so let's keep up the good work.
Yeah, thanks for the encouragement. Okay, that's enough about me. So, you mentioned you're here on business, right? Ooh, this might serve as inspiration for my next story. Let's hear it.
All right, here's the lowdown.
And voice acting gone. Van and Elaine caught Mariel up to speed on the ongoing murder case.
So, the rumors were true. The police and the CID have been keeping a tight lid on the situation, but that hasn't stopped me from digging into it on my own.
Oh yeah? Well, that makes this easy for us.
Did your investigation bear any fruit?
I guess you could say that. I, kinda, sorta, maybe ran into the culprit.
Wait, what? Are you serious? Always at the weirdest times. Are you serious? You really ran into them? Well, I'm not like 100% sure. I guess it's possible my mind was playing tricks on me. It all happened 2 weeks ago. I was covering the final qualifying round of the Z1 Grand Prix. For some reason, my camera was acting a little funny that day, so I left in a hurry to get it checked. Because I was in a rush, I took a route that, in hindsight, wasn't exactly the safest. And I came face to face with a man wearing a black trench coat. He had his hat pulled down over his eyes, so I couldn't get a good look at his face. But I realized immediately he was bad news. The moment I saw him, I was totally paralyzed from head to toe. While I was standing there, completely frozen in place, he walked right past me. I was finally able to turn around. He was gone. Next morning, I heard there were bodies found near that very same passageway. The police told the press they were victims of a gang fight, but I didn't buy that for a second. That's why I started looking into it in my downtime. What do you mean you didn't believe it for a second? That guy could have been part of a gang. You know, he kind of has an Almada, esque look to him, sort of, kind of. Sounds like you practically brushed shoulders with the culprit around the time of the incident. It's a wonder you're even alive right now. You really do have the devil's own luck, you know that? Glad the victims didn't share your good fortune. Speaking of, I was looking into those unidentified bodies. Believe it or not, I was able to dig up a name. I think it was Desire or something. Oh yeah, I've heard that name before. They're a gang here in the capital that had ties to Almada. Those guys have been stirring the pot all over the place since the end of last year, apparently. We received numerous reports of violence, fraud, and acts of aggression on their account against other criminal entities. The guild has been keeping tabs on them as a result. From what I heard, they've been uncharacteristically quiet of late. Could it be they're involved in this case somehow? You really think so? The more I think on it, the more the pieces seem to fit together. Maybe. I still think it's too early to make any solid conclusions. Except for one thing, you need to steer clear of this case. Start poking your nose where it don't belong, and you'll find yourself sleeping with the fishes real soon. Hey, why'd you have to go and put that image in my head? Are you trying to give me nightmares? Okay, fine. I'll try not to cross into the line of fire. I'll just tiptoe around the edges. Swear to Adios. We need to wrap this case up quickly for her sake. Recap, we learned two things. There was a survivor of the incident at Riverside, and Desire may be involved. What do you make of all this? Well, first, I think it's a given that Desire's wrapped up in this somehow. Their friends were murdered here 2 weeks ago, so they're probably all up in arms and clamoring for revenge. I bet they charged headlong into Riverside 3 days ago to find the culprit and got their butts beat. We're still missing a few pieces to this puzzle, but the picture is becoming clearer. What we need right now is proof, so why don't we pay Desire a little visit? Wait, you know where their base is at? I know its approximate location, yes. The guild has been gathering information on them for quite some time now. Oh, but you couldn't find Almada for all the time that they've been running around. Their members were spotted in the 9th District. What? The Center Marsh. Marche. That's right. There's a strong chance their base of operations is located there. Now, what say we find them and crash their little party? Now you're speaking my language. Save and mark.